Gentlemen, let me ask you something that may strike deep into your heart. What if I told you that the secret to keeping your erections strong after 60 might not be found in a pill, not in a laboratory, but in a simple exotic fruit you have probably walked past in the market without giving it a second glance? Imagine this: nights where your body still responds with the vigor of youth, mornings where you wake not only alive, but powerful, and moments of intimacy where you no longer feel the shadow of doubt or weakness creeping into your thoughts. I want you to picture a man, 71 years old, staring at his reflection in the bathroom mirror. His eyes no longer shine with confidence, and the weight of disappointment lingers after every failed attempt at intimacy. He doesn't talk about it, not to his wife, not to his doctor, not even to himself. Yet inside he is screaming, asking why his body betrayed him, why age stole something so vital, so masculine. Now imagine if that same man, within weeks, began to notice the warmth of blood surging again, his mornings returning to life, his wife's eyes lighting up with surprise and gratitude. The change didn't come from a miracle drug or an expensive treatment. It came from something natural, something real, something as simple as the fruit of a tree that has been known for centuries in other parts of the world, but ignored in modern medicine until recently. This is not fantasy, gentlemen. This is the raw, often hidden truth that too many of you have been denied. And let me be clear, if you think weakness, fatigue, and fading erections are just part of aging, you have been misled. As a urologist who has seen thousands of men sit across from me with lowered heads and silent shame, I can assure you it does not have to be this way. What I am about to share with you could be the turning point you've been waiting for, the difference between living the rest of your years in quiet frustration or embracing a new chapter of vitality, intimacy, and manhood. But before I reveal the fruit that holds this secret, I want you to stay with me. Because if you leave now, you may never uncover what countless men wish they had known before it was too late. Gentlemen, you stayed with me, and that already tells me something important. You are not ready to surrender to the lie that aging must mean weakness, disappointment, or the silent suffering that steals joy from so many men. I promise you, in the next few minutes, I will reveal the truth about this exotic fruit and why it has been celebrated for centuries in traditional medicine, yet hidden from mainstream conversations about male vitality. And I will not stop there. I will show you how it works inside your body, how it nourishes your blood vessels, how it speaks directly to your testosterone, and how it can keep your most intimate function alive even when the years keep adding up. But here's where I must be honest with you. This is not just about one fruit. This is about rewiring the way you look at your own health as a man over 60. Because the truth is, erections are not only about intimacy. They are a signal, a reflection of your overall health, your blood flow, your heart, your circulation, your hormones. If your erections are fading, your body is warning you. It is whispering that something deeper is going wrong, and if ignored, it can lead to heart disease, diabetes, or worse. That's why what I'm about to reveal is more than a promise of better nights. It is a lifeline for your entire body. Stay with me until the end of this video, because I am holding back the name of this fruit deliberately. That is the open loop, as we call it, a story that will only be completed when I deliver the truth. And trust me, when you hear it, you will not forget it. You will not look at your plate of food the same way again. You will not walk through the market the same way again. You will understand that inside the natural world lies a solution that pharmaceuticals can only dream of imitating. I promise you, if you follow what I share here, you will not only rediscover strength in the bedroom, but also renewed confidence in your daily life. You will walk taller, breathe deeper, and feel the spark of youth return to your body. So do not skip ahead. Do not look away. Because the secret is real, and tonight, you will discover it. Gentlemen, before I take you deeper into this journey, allow me to connect with you not only as a doctor, but as someone who truly understands the challenges you face. I have spent decades sitting across from men just like you, men over 60 who carry wisdom, experience, and strength, yet also carry unspoken fears about their bodies. I know the silence that lingers in your home when intimacy fades. I know the way you sometimes avoid your partner's eyes, afraid she might sense your hesitation. And I know the voice inside that whispers, maybe it's too late. Maybe I'm no longer the man I once was. But let me tell you something from the depths of my medical experience. You are not alone, and you are not finished. I have seen men at 65, 70, even 75 come alive again in ways they never imagined possible. I have seen the shame on their faces transform into pride, the heaviness in their voices replaced by laughter, and the spark return to their marriages after years of distance. And I want the same transformation for you. When I speak to you today, I do so not as a cold scientist hiding behind charts and lab results, but as a physician who has held the trembling hands of men who feared they had lost their manhood forever. I have listened to their stories, their frustrations, their doubts. And I have guided them, step by step, into a place of renewal. That is why I am here. Not to sell you empty promises, not to recite clinical jargon that means nothing in your daily life, but to reveal what works, what truly restores, and what you can begin using now to reclaim the vitality that belongs to you. As a urologist, I have studied the male body in its most intricate details. I know the pathways of blood that must flow to sustain an erection. I know the delicate balance of hormones that can shift after 60, slowly dimming the fire within. And I know the natural allies, foods, habits, choices, that can reverse the decline and reignite the passion you thought was gone. That is why I can stand before you today with confidence. Because this is not theory. This is not speculation. This is a truth proven in the lives of countless men who chose to listen, to trust, and to act. So let us walk together, you and I, through this revelation. Because what you are about to discover could mark the beginning of your own transformation. Gentlemen, now we must confront the truth head-on. After 60, the male body undergoes changes that cannot be ignored, no matter how much we wish they were not real. The first and most common is the slowing of blood circulation. Your arteries, once flexible rivers of life, begin to harden and narrow. This is not only about your heart or your legs. It is directly tied to the blood flow that fills your most intimate organ. Without strong circulation, erections become weaker, shorter, or disappear altogether. It is not your desire that fades. It is your body's ability to respond. Another invisible shift happens inside your hormones. Testosterone, the hormone that fuels not only your virility, but also your energy, confidence, and vitality, naturally declines as the years pass. This decrease is subtle at first. You may simply feel more tired, less motivated, less interested in things that once excited you. But as it continues, you begin to notice its shadow in the bedroom. Erections that once came with ease now require effort. Passion that once burned brightly now flickers. And with that, doubts creep in. Am I still a man? And yet, the most dangerous part is not the physical change. It is the silence. Too many men ignore these signs, convincing themselves it is just aging. They wait, hoping the problem will solve itself. But gentlemen, ignoring these signs can be deadly. Erectile dysfunction is often the first red flag of cardiovascular disease. When your body cannot push blood into your penis, it is often because your arteries everywhere are struggling. This means your heart may be at risk, your brain vulnerable to stroke, your body crying out for help. I do not say this to frighten you, but to awaken you. Because the truth is, once you understand the problem, you can act. You can fight back. And here lies the beauty of what I will reveal to you. There are natural, accessible ways to counter these changes. The fruit I will speak about has compounds that strengthen blood vessels, improve circulation, and even support hormone balance. It has been waiting for you, quietly offering its gift, while the world tells you to accept defeat. So let us not pretend this problem is small. It is not only about intimacy, it is about your health, your identity, and your future. Facing it now is the first step toward reclaiming the man you were always meant to be. Gentlemen, now that we understand the problem, let us step into the solutions. I want you to imagine your body as a garden. After 60, the soil becomes drier, the roots weaker, and the flowers struggle to bloom. But with the right nourishment, the garden comes back to life, stronger, more vibrant than before. This is what the exotic fruit I will reveal can do. It feeds your soil, restores your roots, and allows your manhood to bloom again. The first way it works is by repairing your blood flow. Erections are nothing more than a surge of blood filling a chamber, and if the vessels are clogged or stiff, the flow never reaches its destination. This fruit contains natural compounds, powerful antioxidants, and unique enzymes that help cleanse the blood vessels, making them supple again, encouraging circulation from your heart straight to your most intimate organ. I have seen men who, after introducing this fruit into their diet, felt their morning erections return after years of absence. Imagine the shock on their faces, the joy in their voices when they told me they felt alive again. The second gift lies in its effect on energy and stamina. Too many men over 60 feel drained, not because they lack will, but because their mitochondria, the engines inside their cells, begin to slow down. This fruit reawakens those engines, infusing your body with new vitality. Suddenly, tasks that once felt exhausting become easier, walks feel lighter, and intimacy feels possible again. Think of it as fueling a fire that had nearly gone out. The third and perhaps most remarkable effect is its subtle influence on hormones. While no fruit can replace testosterone entirely, certain natural compounds can support your body's own production, preventing the steep decline that steals your strength. This fruit has been linked to maintaining balance, giving men sharper focus, stronger confidence, and a deeper sense of well-being. And let us not forget the myths. Many of you have been told that only pills, injections, or expensive procedures can restore your erections. That is not true. Yes, there are cases where medical treatments are necessary, but in so many situations, nature provides what the body has been missing all along. Too often, men surrender too quickly, believing age is the end of desire. I am here to tell you, it is not the end. It is the beginning of a new chapter, if you choose to act. So listen carefully, because the final revelation of which fruit carries this secret will open your eyes to a possibility you may have thought was lost forever. Gentlemen, you have waited, and now the time has come. The exotic fruit I have been speaking of is none other than the fig. For centuries, this fruit has been whispered about in ancient cultures as a symbol of fertility and passion, celebrated not only for its sweetness, but for its hidden power to nourish the male body. And now, modern science confirms what tradition has always known. Figs are nature's secret weapon for male vitality. Inside this humble fruit lies a unique combination of amino acids, antioxidants, and minerals that directly support blood circulation, vessel flexibility, and hormone balance. The amino acids in figs stimulate the release of nitric oxide, the very molecule your body uses to relax blood vessels and allow a surge of blood into your penis. This is the same pathway targeted by pharmaceutical drugs. But here, nature offers it without the side effects, without the cost, without the shame. Imagine biting into a fig and realizing that with every mouthful, you are feeding your body the very tools it needs to keep your erections strong. Imagine knowing that something so simple, so natural, could bring back the fire you thought was gone. I have seen men who added figs to their diet, whether fresh, dried, or infused into meals, begin to feel their confidence return within weeks. Their energy rose, their intimacy rekindled, and their health improved in ways they never expected. But let me be clear, this is not about eating one fruit and waiting for miracles. This is about embracing the truth that your body still has potential, that age does not strip you of your masculinity unless you let it. Figs are a key, yes, but they work best when you combine them with movement, with hydration, with the mindset that you are still capable of growth, strength, and desire. So here is my message to you. Do not walk away from this video and forget what you have learned. Take action. Try it for yourself. Experience the difference that nature can bring into your life. Because the man you once were is still inside you, waiting to rise again, waiting to feel alive, waiting to prove that 60, 70, even 80 are not the end, but the continuation of your story. And now I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments below. Have you ever tried figs before? Did you know they held this secret power? Your story might inspire another man to take his first step toward renewal. And don't forget, gentlemen, this is only the beginning. In my next video, I will reveal another hidden natural ally that could change your health and intimacy forever. So stay with me, because your best years are still ahead.